This is a brief overview for the name tag project for Year 7 3D print. We're going to create a name tag, which is a small rectangular area with a hole through it and our name on it, and if possible, we're going to add a secondary purpose. My secondary purpose is a comb. We have to follow some rules or constraints, and the first one is our maximum name tag size. I keep the size to a certain limit because it reduces the 3D print time. Every time I add 5 minutes to your 3D print job, I add it to everybody's in the class, and I need to keep that time down to as much as possible. I have to print 100 of these name tags, and each 5 minutes I add, for example, to your job is 500 minutes over the course of the entire print job. For 2020, our maximum sizes are 78mm wide by 39mm high, which is rather generous and bigger than last year's. We're also going 3mm thick, and we're extruding no more than 2mm from the name tag. That means that the sticky out bits, extrusions, will only exceed a little bit from the top of the name tag. Extrusions can only appear on one side, and that reduces the need for the printer to attempt to print supports or scaffolds. Supports and scaffolds reduce the quality of the job and also slow the printer down. You must have your name, which is obvious, a through hole for a key ring or for a tie or some sort of cable tie or something like that. Your text can be indented no more than 2mm, extruded no more than 2mm, and you need to think about wall thicknesses. Wall thicknesses are the thinnest possible line that the 3D printer can print. Most common 3D printers that we will be using to print our name tags can print a wall thickness minimum of 0.4mm, which sounds rather small, but isn't really. Ideally, wall thicknesses should be no less than 1mm if at all possible. I'll give you an example. When I designed my 3D printed comb name tag, I made the teeth on it quite thin. When I printed it out, the 3D printer just missed them altogether. It couldn't print them. So I had to redesign my name tag to make them a little bit thicker. Exceptional ideas for a name tag means it has to have a secondary purpose or another function other than just being a name tag. As you've already seen, mine was a comb, but you can come up with a range of different ideas in order to make your name tag unique and useful.